there are quite a bit of tools right now that are hitting the market that are content brief tools, right? So one of the defaults that most bloggers utilize from a content quality perspective when it comes to SEO would be Yoast, the Yoast WordPress plugin, right? You can put in your core key terms that you're targeting into that piece within the blog backend, and it will grade you and give recommendations or, red, yellow, green about how your post is doing to meet that goal of hitting those keywords. And that's basically the tip of the iceberg. Also, Semrush has a content brief tool as well that goes into a little bit more detail. So what that does is it looks at the sites that are ranking in the top 10 of Google for the queries or topic that you're targeting. And it looks at their word count, how many times the terms appear on their pages, modifiers of the terms, and it kind of gives you a little bit more of a direction to go into, right? And then there are some more advanced tools in the market, such as Market Muse or Clearscope and many others that help you build and manage much more refined content briefs. Because to the point of this question, if I have a writer that's on my team and I'm just like, hey, writer, we need to rank for keyword research. Go write an article about keyword research, right? They're going to come back with something that they've kind of made up. Maybe they've looked at some other posts out there, but a very unique to their experience writing of the post. If I can go through and I can research and put together competitive analysis to see what's ranking and what they're doing and say, hey, writer, in order for us to also compete within this specific segment, we're going to need a little bit more here. We see that the grade level that's being written for on most of these sites is of a 6th grade level. We're going for a 9th grade level, whatever it may be. And whatever those content brief tools have, I don't see them as being the complete answer to writing for SEO, but I do see them as being kind of a guide or a North Star from a quality metric to own up to. I would also say having that extra level of an editor to review that writing before it gets published is very important. Writers are great, but if I don't ask me to proofread the same thing that I wrote, because I'm going to be very biased and I may miss something like a spelling or a capitalization. It'd be really important at the end of the day, not just for Google, but also for your users, especially if they're picky about grammar and things like that. Right? Yeah. Who's going to buy from a company that can't spell the correct variation of there, and there, right? Or where, were, and whatnot. But if you have an editor that's going through that or utilizing a tool like Grammarly to make those changes before publishing, it can be quite important. And it could be the difference between someone making a decision to utilize your company or not.